Satoshi Nakamoto vanished from the spotlight, yet the idea kept compounding. Picture a laptop glow in a quiet room while the city hums outside. One clean rule sits on a sticky note. If money needs applause, it stops doing its job. You change one unseen habit tonight. What shifts by morning and a year from now? Redirect $500 a month from status to strategy, and you keep $6,000 a year. Stack that for 5 years, and it becomes $30,000 of choices instead of $30,000 of noise. Small, quiet moves reshape loud outcomes. The implication is simple. Discretion multiplies results you can actually use. This is Wealth Mentor Pro, where every lesson is a step closer to your freedom. Tonight, we open the playbook behind quiet advantage and visible results. Stealth Wealth Exposed, the Hidden Power, Satoshi Nakamoto-Inspired. If attention taxes judgment, what happens when you stop performing and start designing? Stay close, because a small shift you make before bed can tilt the next decade. Think of your financial life as night navigation across a bay. Most boats chase the lighthouse glare. Skilled captains trust the chart and the compass. The metaphor is vivid, but the example is clearer. Your friend buys a $3,000 designer watch on a card at 24% APR to signal status. You keep a clean $150 analog, no balance, same time, less drag. One choice is a flare, the other is a heading. Do this tonight. List 5 buys from the last 30 days that mostly signal to others and pick one to cut by 50% for the next month. The cost of ignoring it is brutal. You finance strangers' attention and starve your own runway. The question worth holding is sharp and useful. If no one could see it, would you still buy it? Now steer by systems, not waves. A ship without a route drifts into rocks even on calm water. The route for money is automatic flow that moves before your mood does. On payday, split by rule, 10% to an emergency stash, 10% to debt prepayment, 5% to skill building, the rest to life. If take-home is $3,500, that's $350 to buffer, $350 to debt, $175 to skills before any impulse speaks. Schedule the transfers the day after payday so the current is set and you only ride it. Do this right after this video ends. Set a $50 recurring transfer you won't feel next month and let it run. The price of avoiding this is hidden but heavy. Every choice becomes a willpower duel, and willpower loses after long days. Consider the math that rarely gets headlines. A $5,000 card at 18% bleeds about $900 a year. Kill that, and you just gave yourself a risk-free raise that no one can take. Then build the quiet room that prints options. The world learned the invention. The inventor stayed unnamed. Plan in the cabin, not on the deck in a storm. Instead of chasing hot takes, guard 20 minutes a day for compound thinking. Reading an annual letter, drilling a negotiation script, or drafting a one-page service you can sell this month. Allocate $150 a month to skill equity. A course, a tool, a license that nudges your rate even $5 an hour. Put a 20-minute block on your calendar tomorrow morning and park your phone in another room while you think. The stakes are real. When your attention is wholesale, your time becomes someone else's inventory. What changes when your best hour serves your future, not the feed? Here's the twist most people miss. Stealth isn't hiding. It's a performance enhancer for decisions. Stealth Wealth Exposed, the Hidden Power, Satoshi Nakamoto-Inspired. When the outcome matters more than the credit, you choose better constraints and compounding accelerates. Share one quiet habit that saves you money or energy in the comments so others can steal it with pride. The quiet truth behind the noise is that privacy protects the part of you that decides. With that in mind, switch from ideas to switches you can run on repeat. No applause required. Lock your burn, float your margin. Keep spending flat for 12 months after any raise and let only your saving and investing rise. The benefit is immediate, a wider safety margin and faster independence without feeling poorer. Imagine a raise that lifts take-home by $600 a month. Route $450 to a Freedom account and allow $150 for upgrades you'll actually feel, like better groceries or a monthly day off paid in cash. Make the new transfer the day after the raise hits so it becomes the default rather than a debate. Track one number weekly, your burn rate, the average of the last 3 months of outflow. If it climbs without purpose, something is leaking. Many people cap housing near 30% of take-home, not as a cage, but as a lane that keeps your ship in deep water. Trim $70 of forgettable subscriptions and you free $840 a year. That alone can cover 2 weeks of essentials before you touch savings. Split your life into 2 wallets, a visible wallet for noise and a quiet wallet for compounding. The simple rule is 75% to bills and life, 15% to the quiet bucket, 10% to skills. The payoff is friction that beats impulse and keeps your compounding engine out of reach of your thumb. For a $3,500 take-home, send $2,625 to checking, $525 to a high-yield buffer, $350 to a separate skills account. Add a 24-hour cooldown for any buy over $200 and write it in a note, not a cart. Set quiet alerts so balances ping you at thresholds you choose rather than shouting at you in public feeds. If you carry debt, aim the quiet bucket first at the highest APR. That $5,000 at 18% costs roughly $900 a year until you cut it. Deleting that bill is a guaranteed return in your actual life, not a forecast on a chart. Show output, not objects. Build boring engines that throw off cash or capability and let the work be the flex. The benefit is stability under stress and a reputation that pays in days, not likes. Spend $200 a month for 10 months on a certification that adds $5,000 to annual pay, and you create a 150% first-year payback on direct spend while owning the skill next year and the year after. Protect the engine with rhythm. Block 1 2-hour session each week to advance a cash flow skill, negotiation, data fluency, sales writing, process automation. Build a baseline buffer of 3 to 6 months of essentials. It's invisible until a crisis and priceless when one hits. If you invest, choose a simple, diversified approach you understand and can hold through headlines. This is education, not personal advice. The goal is durability, not dazzle. For scale, $250 a month set aside for 10 years at a modest return can stack into 5 figures you can deploy when opportunity knocks or when the sea gets rough. You might still wonder if this is just another costume. Use a filter that keeps you honest. If losing the applause changes your plan, it wasn't a plan. It was a performance. The work here is not to disappear. It's to build a private engine that runs regardless of who's watching. Let's return to the unanswered question from the start. What did the anonymous architect understand? That attention has an interest rate. Every loud purchase borrows future focus. Every quiet system earns it back, and you feel the interest as calmer mornings and faster yeses when the right chance appears. Carry a compact equation like a pocket compass. Wealth pace equals income minus burn, multiplied by consistency, multiplied again by privacy. Write it like this: income minus burn times consistency times privacy. Even a 1-degree tilt toward privacy raises the product every month. Back to the laptop in the quiet room. The sticky note still reads the same rule. If your money needs applause, it stops doing its job. You make the invisible change and let it run. Alerts fall. Breathing steadies. The driveway stays ordinary. The options inside get louder. You don't need a public face to create a public result. Borrow the mindset, not market picks. Read more than you react. Decide once, automate twice. Keep the burn steady while the margin grows. Use privacy as a force multiplier. Show outcomes, not objects. And when you choose a splurge, make it sing for you, not for strangers on the street. Subscribe for more of this quiet advantage and watch the recommended next video to keep building momentum.